Misery Business. Misery Business out here hailing from Hong Kong, and Tom Shim from Malaysia.
Let's go. It's crazy how like amazing we can include all of these countries, right?
So many countries, so
Misery
many
Business.
competitors. Yeah, it's
Yes.
not. Yeah, there wasn't a ton of entrants, but the people that are here are in the far ends of planet Earth playing Mortal Kombat 11, even in areas where it's not even allowed. So all of the props and shoutouts to them for playing this game and being a part of this wonderful community.
Absolutely, and we do have Misery Business on the Cassie, as well as Tom Shim on the Scarlet.
Scarlet,
Already putting down the pressure.
I mean, already downplaying by the variation name, by the way.
She got better with customs. Nobody can tell me not that she didn't get better with customs. She has so many good customs on her arsenal, and we're seeing them right now with the Blood Tongue. I think we also have the parry on Tom Shim, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, already looked for a couple of reads right there that were called out by Misery's down 4. You know, parrying everything but the low and a jump in. Really good stuff by Misery. He's just played this nice and methodical so far, and has just abused that kneecapping against every projectile in range. Nice anti-air, no conversion from Tom Shim. That could have been huge. If he's got blood really quick, that could have been all of the damage.
Alright. Oh, beautiful backdash and catching off of that forward 4 from Scarlet. That was actually really well played there from Misery. Alright. Beautiful down 1 to stop the gunshots. Oh, we have the low as well. That's the thing about Cassie right now, too, is you can't really zone out Cassie, but you can at the same time. It's just a matter of getting that opportunity, right? And that's gonna be a breakaway there from Tom Shin. Unfortunately, gonna have to hold all of this damage.
And
Nice
trying to disrespect right there, holding up in the hit advantage. Misery all over that with the 4-3. Okay. 4-4. Nice whip punish himself, and look at this unbreakawayable damage that does more than most characters' combos. Cetrion somewhere just shed a tear.
No, she didn't. Stop it, Mr. Aquaman.
3 hits for almost 30%. From a premier zoner? Hold on a second.
Alright, so we do have some Blood Tongue here that is going to try to stop Misery Business from getting in. We got some staggers.
Okay.
Nice, down 1 there off of the gunshot. This is just going back and forth, and you can definitely tell that Tom Shim is trying to adapt here towards Misery Business. Beautiful teleport, that's going to be a counter.
Oh,
more unbreakable damage!
More blood for the blood god, baby. If you guys read the Mortal Kombat X comic book, that entire blood arc was... I want more of it. Give me Scarlet, and instead of her regular dagger, give her the Kamidogu. Watch her go off. Watch her go off, that's all I'm saying.
Alright.
No gap?
Staggers here. Okay.
Ooh,
nice check there.
Yeah, just try to get away with one right there with the down 1 on block. Into pressure. That's when you do that, you're really just preemptively praying that the poke already hit so you can jail off of it.
Beautiful whip punish.
That's
and here we go. No grab. Good choice. Wow. Definitely don't want to risk a grab in these type of situations, right? Especially if you still have a good health lead.
Ends up going for it here, Misery. Just needs 1 kneecap, really. So everything let's say everything Tom Shim does is, I feel like, going to be a risk right now. All Misery had to do. Oh! She ain't having kids. So Misery, Misery did a really good job right there of sitting there doing nothing when that's exactly what he needed to do for Scarlet. If it was any projectile, you just react with kneecapping. Teleport was coming, you just react with your fastest button. For him right there was the 1-1-1. And pretty much outside of that, there was nothing else Scarlet could do that wouldn't have been reactable as well, whether it be a dash up into pressure or a jump, anything like that. I really like that he stood his ground, played the patient game, and played the health lead well. A little bit of a risk with that throw, but I think that he just felt that Tom was in a lot of respect of Cassie's big bullying buttons up close to open up that throw towards the end.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree with you on there. There definitely comes like a time where you have such like a deficit of health, right? And your only option sometimes you feel is just playing really defensive and holding that block button and just like pray that you don't get opened up. And Misery Business, one of the things that I love watching about them is the fact that they're very patient, but they can also pressure with that patience too. But speaking of pressure, we have the wonderful Elder Goddess, Cetrion now. Alright. Tries to go for the gunshots in the air. Good thing of Tom Shim to block. Trying to see... Okay, we got rock walls. And this is also, too, a game plan for Cassie... Or, sorry, for Cetrion against Cassie. Is to basically create space and just keep away. Ooh. Oh, beautiful, flawless block, and then we're gonna use the shoulder charge to get that reversal.
It wasn't even a punish, it was just kind of praying, and it was so fast that I don't think that Tom Shim even knew to even have to block in that situation, right? Oh, hello.
Oh my gosh, not the back two, I'm sorry, the up two. Just pushing Misery Business back, not what you want against Cetrion. Okay, ducks to stand one, catches it off guard. Nice. Literally one hit confirm right now for Misery Business. Oh, and that was actually a hit confirm there from Tom Shim as well, using the forward two to catch her Misery Business off guard.
And there's those ground pounds. You know, this was a really good pick from Tom Shim to just take away the one thing that was truly giving him the most trouble. That whip punish was absurd, by the way, but that's what gave him the most trouble in game number one was that low pound. He's like, you know what? I'm only gonna pick something to counter it here, and so far so good. Look at this. Look at these mids from Cassie. What a bully she is up close.
Absolutely. Cetrion can be a scary character, right? Oh, that was a duck. No hit off of it though.
Almost had the side switch combo too, perfectly. There's some plus frames. And respecting him all the way, there's Tom Shim not looking for the crouch at the end of the string either, just eats that massive leg of Cassie. Beautiful spacing on the low as well. Look at that max distance poke. And wonderful sequence there by Misery Business to keep himself alive here in game number two. And what better way to deal with the zoning of Cetrion than to put her in the corner and not even have to deal with it.
Yeah, just as you say that though, she does have her teleport, the famous teleport in this variation. A very standard combination for Cetrion. We do have some down fours, a late rock wall right there, ground pound, nice short hop to avoid the rest of the damage. Right, Hell's Wrath.
Oh,
Misery Business
boy.
just trying to get in there. People do not understand that that is so good in hit advantage, but Misery Business gonna get caught in the crowd.
Oh. I had the armor break, and this is just falling apart for him right now. We're witnessing a massacre. He just wants to move forward, and then he goes into the vine grab. I can't believe it. I'm done.
Off of the vine.
I'm done. I'm actually done. I just witnessed a murder.
Not just a murder, a Cetrion murder, and here with a fatality to show that we mean business. In this Misery Business. I tried. I'm horrible with puns. I don't apologize.
Oh
Everybody
God.
knows I'm horrible with it.
Guys, can we talk about that real quick? That entire sequence was disgusting. Like, from start to end, Tom Shim made like 14 correct reads in a row. And then Misery just died. And the only thing that Misery wanted to do was move forward. That was it. That was the only thing he wanted to do. But by pressing forward, he ate everything to the face. And sometimes that's what happens in this game.
That is just Cetrion at its finest, right? Like, death by a million paper cuts, right?
Yep.
But when you just get that paper cut that's too deep, everything can go downhill with this character. And Tom Shim actually making that right choice to pick up Cetrion against Misery Business's Cassie. Right now, they're both tied. Let's see if Misery Business can adapt. I definitely think that it just comes down to if Misery Business can get in, right? Really difficult to against Cetrion's Hellfires and rock walls and boulders and just everything and anything. Alright, gonna get caught by that amped rock wall. Hell's Wrath once again, flawless blocking it, trying to avoid some of that. That is another crushing blow there. Goes for the tornado and into that restand. It's gonna throw Misery Business back into full screen. Oh my goodness, and there goes the Hell's Wrath once again.
This is turning into a problem here for Misery Business. Even doing the 2-1-2 on block.
But no, instead chose the grab.
He just got away with the ballerina spin on block. Incredible, Saki.
Man, sometimes you're
Whoa!
scared. I
Okay.
understand, and there you go.
Did you guys see that? She went. She did a Hell's Wrath up into the upshot, and the upshot barely went over her head right there.
Really like how Tom Shim is using the Hell's Wrath to just avoid that low gunshot. It is working out pretty well. But here we got some damage. Tom Shim having to hold all of this, already using their breakaway.
Ooh.
Oh, interactable!
That was dirty. That was intentional and absolutely filthy, because that was a 50-50. Only near that interactable. I'm disgusted. And this is what Misery got going in the last game. To turn this around was getting Setcher under the corner. Oh no, he's about to teleport out.
Yup, there it is! That's what I was scared of. The minute you just back up to be like, okay, what are they gonna do? Teleport right out of there, and Tom Shim back on their business.
Okay.
But Misery,
he survives it right there. I got a little scared.
I did too, actually.
The moment that she got out of the corner, panic time. Oh
Nice.
my. That was a challenge beyond challenge.
The restand pressure here from Tom Shim. Nice breakaway off of the upshot. Goes for the Hell's Wrath again. Nice! Tries to prevent that drone coming in. This is what we saw in the last game. Just coming back.
This is exactly what happened the game prior. Misery Business. These Hell's Wraths. In game 1, it was the ground pound. He mercied him! What an animal.
What are you doing?
Tom Shim is an animal.
Gosh. Misery Business, come back to this. Show them that you do not mercy.
I've been proven wrong here, Saki. Everyone is a savage that plays MK11, as it turns out, and that will do it for game number 2. Tom Shim. Just really putting out active frames, and Misery Business is struggling moving forward on them. In game number 1, it was the ground pound. In game 3 here, it was the Hell's Wrath going underneath the low shot. You could see that he was struggling, just wanting to move forward a little bit, and then getting hit by something that was active, whether it be a stand 1 read from Tom or the Hell's Wrath or ground pound. That looked like a tough thing for Misery to deal with. We'll see if there might be a switch. I know he's got different, a couple different characters on him. Hopefully try to avoid getting hyper beamed like he did there.
Yeah, definitely. That's just the power of Sechion, right? I think that moment that could have been really crucial for Misery Business was literally just when they put Tom Shim in that corner and they backed away. That gave them the opportunity to teleport and switch over, right? And you don't want to give Sechion any pressure, like any free pressure, essentially, or any free opportunities to get out of that pressure. And Misery Business had it in their hands.
Do you see this chat prediction, by the way? Do you see this chat prediction?
I do, actually.
That's all I'm gonna say is some people might be losing points, but let's hope that Misery turn this around, because I want to set this place on fire, Saki. We haven't had a game 5 yet.
I want to see a game 5. I know these players are capable of it. It's just a matter of also playing perfect too against Sechion. And here we go. Goes for the rock wall.
Ooh!
Yo! Okay.
I also didn't notice the variation name, Saki. The word savage may be the correct terminology here.
Oh, that is a full crushing blow punish right there from Misery Business. Beautiful catch off on that teleport. Nice. We got blocks. Oh, the active frames on the rock wall stopped Misery Business. Nice whip punish off of that down 2. Goes for the restand. Nice.
Woo! Just wanted to chip damage right there. Okay.
This is going on.
Nice.
Round 2, fight.
good thing about Cassie when she gets hit by that fatal blow too is she has the opportunity to do a little bit of damage with that low gunshot and actually punish. And I like right now how Misery. Oh! No! The crushing blow off of that drone kick there. Beautiful counter on that teleport. Exactly what Misery Business needs. Can actually play pretty patient here and just slowly come in. Doesn't have to take any risks. I strongly recommend don't take any risks. Unable to catch
Plus
the
frames.
teleport there. Another one.
Getting so aggressive on these reads, this Misery, and it's working out. Has the health lead, so taking it a little more slow on the approach. Any trade is a good trade here when you got the health lead. Another one for him.
Yeah, there's still a lot of health left for Misery Business. Oh, goes for the grab! You madman!
I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
We got our game 5, Aquaman!
And of course he's gonna do the fatality. I thought that I was gonna see a lot more respectful Mortal Kombat, but I feel like everyone's got kind of that same mentality. These guys are here to play, they are here to win, and they are playing some mental war games with each other right now. This is incredible.
Amazing. Exactly what Misery Business needed to do. They did it. They played not only aggressively, but they called out a lot of good reads that helped them get in on Tom Shim. And again, we get to see our game 5! Our first game 5 of the morning over here.
Oh, we are here. I'm gonna wait until we get close to getting in, and then I'm gonna set it on fire, guys. Also, yesterday we didn't have the fire on the actual scoreboard. I got it there today. Hopefully it's all working. So we got Tom Shim, Misery Business, 2 of the best representatives of the Pacific region. Without Misery, I wouldn't even know this thing was going to happen. So all of the shoutouts in the world to them. They're putting on a wonderful display of Mortal Kombat, and that's what the Kolosseum Global is all about. And let's set this motherfucker on fire with a Game 5, baby!
Yo, that is so epic and hype, and here we go. We do see Tom Shim going back to the Scarlet. Not too sure if I agree with it, but we'll definitely see if there's some difference here. Alright, just keeping Misery Business out right now. Goes for the Blood Tongue. Nice anti-air, no conversion. Gonna get caught on that down too, though. Oh, but the jump in.
Force nearly breakaway.
Okay.
This is a little bit different than the Cetron matchup. That tongue not only is it going to cover the low, which is kind of what he's looking for with the pound, but it's covering those jumps as well. He's almost using it like he was using Hell's Wrath in the previous fight. What a time for that crushing blow to finally happen for him. He even got the punish rate and fatal blow. And hold on a second. I think she's dead. I think she's dead
too. Well, I think she's dead.
I cannot believe it. Misery Business has come to play.
Yes.
That was incredible. Second time
That was amazing.
that he's like perfectly sniped a teleport in this particular matchup against Scarlet, because it's a lot different with that health lead, not having to worry about, you know, the larger active frames of Cetrion.
Correct. More of just like, okay, I just gotta make sure I dodge and worry about a little bit of the blood tongue, not get too stressed out about it, right?
And he can actually make some jump reads against Scarlet too. Doesn't have to worry about the Hell's Wrath coming down. That's also really big. And he has slowly and methodically worked his way in against two of the best zoners in the game to get there back to the corner. Woo!
Ooh. Oh, nice choice. Was scared of the parry, so decided to go for the slower move instead.
That's a lot of damage.
Okay.
That's a lot of
damage right now.
The zoning for Tom Shim. This is where you want to be, a Scarlet. This is dare I say a wet dream for anyone that is playing Scarlet. Full screen, like a 90% health lead, throwing projectiles. Game 5, final round between these two.
Okay, nice breakaway there from the upshot's gonna go for the grab. Now there are no crushing blows for Cassie's throw, but it is still good to note.
Ooh!
Oh, the down to crushing blow and doesn't have the meter to break away. That's a lot of damage. Tries to go for the grab again. Gonna use the down two to try to get as much damage as they can off of that breakaway. Another grab here from Misery Business. Nice. Beautiful punish off of the low, and Misery Business is gonna take it. Moving on to winners final.
What a statement sent by Misery Business. Tom Shim going to the Cetrion and then had a variation that was specifically calling out Misery in this matchup, and Misery ends up taking it. Had to make a comeback happen. 2 straight games, down 1-2, sent us to a game number 5, overcame the Cetrion, overcame the Scarlet, and gets the victory here to make
That
winners
was
final.
wild. So, such a good match, too, from 2 amazing players, right? We not only got our game 5, it was like how we were discussing earlier that 2 amazing players just going back and forth on each other, and I almost get the feeling that they've played each other multiple times, right?
All of that money goes to the players. I don't keep a single penny of it. So thank you guys. Mr. K, Misery Business, let me get these correct real quick for us. Swap some names. And here we go. Misery Business representing Hong Kong. Mr. K representing Japan. Here in winners finals of the Kolosseum Global Pacific. This is the battle for the Pacific.
Essentially, right? What's crazy is they both play footsie heavy neutral characters, and I'm actually really excited to see how. Oh, beautiful flawless block into the up 2. Does get the breakaway, so the glow kick's not going to come into play right now.
Full screen. There are those spears that were detrimental to Mr. K's game plan earlier in stopping the approach, but it's going to be different against Cassie because Cassie has that free check with the kneecap, and so it's going to be that kind of cat and mouse that's constantly going to be happening throughout this entire game. You're right. These are 2 characters that are going to be playing this game at a much slower pace than what we've seen. They're going to be trying to bait each other, work their way into the ranges of the normals.
There we go.
Ooh, and then just solidly hit confirm, and they both have stupid good staggers on block. No, I got the counter.
Oh my gosh! And this is gonna be death, I think.
Whew.
Yep. Into the side switch too. So Mr. K has Misery in that corner, nice and easy, and it's gonna be a little tricky for Cassie to get out of.
Ooh,
Nice down 2.
Empty jump down 2. That's telling me that these guys know the current competitive meta, because I just started seeing that kind of stuff here over the North American side of things.
Nice flawless block. I like that they that Mr. K used the teleport to teleport back. And it's like you said, we're not seeing as many spears in this matchup because of that low gunshot. So it's just a more of like, okay, I just need to find that hit confirm then. Nice, and there we go. Speaking of that hit confirm, here we go.
50-50. Oh my goodness, it worked. And look at that heat.
Pressure. Oh my god, does this kill?
What's the over-under, you think? It might.
I think it might. It doesn't scale that bad.
I never think that Cassie's will. That's just kind of a rule of thumb, I feel like, on commentary. But it actually did. We're all tied up here. Misery bringing the business in winners finals. Not only wants to represent the region, wants to win it here tonight. Tonight for them, today for us.
Okay. I like the choice of the up 3. Nice flawless block. Catching the backdash. Just look at the pace that this is going. Just going back and forth. Couple of hits here, couple hits there. Nice catching. Forces the breakaway. That's actually no meter for Mr. K for a little bit, so isn't gonna be able to do that. Teleport cancels, and there goes the throw crushing blow.
He had that thing loaded for so long. 30% off the board here. Mr. K feels himself, and the spear finally works out for him. But that's the thing. You have to keep throwing it to make them respect it.
Oh!
Wow, that's a gap that you very rarely see blowing up in Misery Business all over it. Even had some flawless blocks on some jump-ins too. Talk about high-level MK11. There's some plus frames. Disrespect about the down 4, but not really disrespect.
Oh my god.
She can't really do anything about a great down 4. with the push, but that thing has Raw's shoulder taking a risk as Misery, and it was the KB 328. Do you believe? Shimmy, but he didn't believe. No, it actually worked. Saki. Oh, that's one of the biggest heartbreakers I've ever seen. He had the right decision. He just didn't believe in it. Oh no. He was pre-committed. He was pre-committed to staggering 1-1. And
The
you
thing
just
is,
put that on the list of things
like,
I hate to see.
Just going for a throw in that clutch situation. I've heard from a lot of players that sometimes like going for that throw isn't worth the risk, and I've seen it a couple of times from Misery where like the choice to end the game with the throw is so obvious, and Mr. K caught it.
Yeah, that's, you know, once someone's under 130 health right there, throw is like on everyone's mind. Both players, the viewers, were all like, okay, someone might throw. And that's exactly what Mr. K ended up reading. Misery had the counter read. He just didn't know he had the counter read. That's unfortunate. Mr. K takes game 1.
Here we go, back at it again, just like moving back and forth between these two characters. It's just a testament that these two characters really play a different type of footsie game.
Oh.
Beautiful flawless block off with the up 2, forces the breakaway. So literally any launch that Scorpion does with that teleport will be able to do some big damage.
What a
there
whip
it goes,
punish.
just as I said it.
Jumping back, just looking. He didn't want to skip. Oh, that's broken. That was so broken.
Yeah, that was so broken.
Oh,
that was so broken.
That's broken.
Beautiful punish.
Abusing these down 4s is Mr. K. Using it looks like Mr. K definitely has a conventional fighting game approach, right? Of just utilizing the range of the normals to their absolute best. He's poking with stand 4 at the max range of it, checking with the down 4s, always checking with the 4-3s at the distances where he feels like it's going to hit something or be safe.
Yeah. I think it's a good choice to be using that down 4 too. We saw it a little bit when he was fighting Salads, right? And now we're seeing it fighting Misery. And because of that hit advantage, the throw is not going to connect. Goes for the mix-up, it's going to back off actually. Using the down 4 again, it is a check. That is literally stopping Misery business from going through. And the up 3 is going to catch him.
Whoa,
Okay,
the Mortal Kombat X, wait a second. The neutral jump punch is back, baby. Oh, he's been working on that OS, but he doesn't get it that time. And then he messed up twice in a row.
Oh my goodness.
I think that Mr. K was so mad that he missed it the first time that he tried it again, but now he missed it 2 times in a row, and he might have thrown the pad.
Yeah. Sometimes you want that combo, you know, and it's like I know I can get it, I can win if I get it, but then at the same time it happens, and you're like, oh, I shouldn't have risked it.
And like I said,
it's to all of the competitors.
It's one of the hardest things to do in this game. I think it's the 4-3 OS to get teleport to hit every single time. I think that's one of the hardest things to do, and he's trying it in winners finals of a tournament. Also gotta respect it too.
Oh my goodness! And that's like a forbidden crushing blow in a sense, because it very rarely hits. But we do have some mix-ups right now, and this is actually gonna be some damage for the side switch.
It's I think +2 on the 2-1 stagger right there. So you really got to respect 4-3, 1-1, down 4, which almost resets neutral in this matchup.
I like the patience. I'm not sure the goal of trying to do full screen is, but more than likely it was just to prevent from getting caught from any of Cassie's good buttons there. Goes for the down 4 check again. Oh no, that was such a
getting
risk!
the bait. Whatever.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I forgot what that normal is from Cassie Cage. It's like a 4-3 or something where she kind of sweeps the ground. 2.69 health remaining. Is that enough? Chip, it is Misery business. Wow, so clutch when he's got Fatal Blow, and that's what got Misery business to this winners finals. Was almost something exactly like that.
Crazy. That was such a good. I question a little bit backing out of the corner from Mr. K.
Holy crap!
Because if it was almost relentlessly pressuring Misery business, I feel like it would have been a little bit better. But because of that space control being let free, Misery Business just kind of like waited, and I think probably that teleport was maybe even an error because he did have the cancel,
Yes.
or he was probably betting that Misery Business was gonna let go of block after the first hit of the teleport.
Can we talk about chat having absolutely zero confidence in our boy Misery here? Dang, put some respect on our guy's name.
People are gonna be losing some points today.
That's right. Not only do we love watching people get bodied on screen, but off screen too.
Yes.
Ooh!
Ooh, nice. And then gets the air blade as well. And then of course, since the breakaway is no longer there, that's easy damage. Already starting off the match.
And boy, does Scorpion with
Oh my god!
That
Misery Business said nope. I'm swinging for the fences, and went ahead and got a home run.
What a down two. What a down two. It caught a stand 4 just in the middle of nowhere. And what is dude, Misery is playing right now. Sorry guys, I not switched the thing that's on me, but holy crap, Misery just started cooking here, Saki. Coming alive after the fatal blow comeback and starting to feel it here. The whiff punishes have been on point. First whiff punish on the down 2 against stand 4. There with the back 1. Something's clicking.
Definitely.
So we can keep
Something's
this
definitely clicking. I like the attempt to see if they could catch the whiff back 1, but it's not gonna work here. Down 1, goes for the throw. Nice.
2-1 pressure. Ooh, he mixes
Pressure.
up so
Yep,
well.
down 1 check, pressure.
I actually guessed wrong on that particular 2-1 sequence right there. He went for a down 3, which was I thought he was gonna go for something a little bit slower there. But these back ones.
Beautiful catch. Okay, there's a breakaway. Any damage though? Ooh, guys, to be careful. Literally anything will chip out.
And K's got fatal blow. No defensive bar for Misery. Anything on hit, the kneecap will find its target, and Misery Business is up 2-1 in this winner's finals. I feel like this would be huge. I know when I've talked to Misery about this matchup before, I think when I first met Misery, he played an exhibition with Mr. K, and I want to say that Mr. K took it pretty comfortably. So,
I know
let me know the
Misery
history here,
Business
chat.
has just been like grinding this game. I see it every time they're streaming, and also when they're posting up on their YouTube. And the amount of work they're putting into Cassie has I've seen the growth with the from the few times that I've been able to pass by and I've known Misery Business, and of course Mr. K with the Scorpion. Of course, it's just one of those things too that like this is a matchup that is there's a lot of things stopping Mr. K from playing the game plan of Spear. The down 4 checks seem to be working pretty well. I think though in that like tense situations, the choices that are being made are definitely becoming risks that are unfortunately getting paid off in the risk category. So definitely stressful, but we do see a shoulder charge right now from Misery Business.
A little more aggression out of Misery as this set has gone along, just kind of finding a rhythm in Mr. K's play for him to get those what appear to be sniper shots with those back ones of Cassie's. Oh,
Right,
and if you
nice
notice
stuff.
there, Mr. K did an empty jump. It was in the same situation, or same spacing that Misery flawless blocked earlier. So he's
Beautiful.
they're playing mind games around that as well. Here comes the offense. Actually blocked the overhead. Crazy.
Wow. And I believe Misery Business has to hollow that. Yep. But we did see Misery Business come back from a huge health deficit. So it is not game over. Like this literally can be Misery Business's game in a blink of an eye right now. Tries to punish, and there you go. Mr. K saying, "Nope, not today. We're going to get some damage back."
Oh, these pokes. Oh, they both have
my
the same
gosh.
exact idea. Cassie's back one, just a little bit better. I think it's a little bit faster. Snipes with the low as well. It still converts. Almost got it. That was a tricky situation because it looked like the low shot ended up anti-airing and still converted. Guts the counter hit. Crushing blow. Can he do no wrong right now? Everything is perfectly spaced. He overcommitted with the throw attempt on the Oki.
Yes.
A little too early. Slight delay there. Now to the corner. Uh-oh.
Oh, and this is gonna hurt too, as well as this does do bleed damage.
He missed the NJP right there. Lost out on some damage. Could have set up the next hit in the fatal blow to kill, but now he's got a little more work to do.
Oh my goodness.
Looking for something to teleport right now, because anything on teleport, I think will go in the fatal blow. And a whiff punish!
Wow.
Misery is
blow kick.
gaming tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap.
This is very tense right now, as both these players just trying to take it home. Essentially, Misery Business trying to take it home. Mr. K trying to stay alive in this bracket at the moment for winner's side.
I'm starting to think that Misery Business got me to do this region just so he could get a victory here today. Wait a second. This scumbag Misery Business over here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just messing with him.
Whiff throw is gonna force the breakaway. Has to be careful. Nice tech. Alright. And go get some damage. Goes for the restand. Uses the down one to force off of the grab.
Ooh,
Okay.
just something different. So late in the set for Misery to throw something different like that is the exact changeup you need to keep your opponent on their toes. He's probably going for a flawless block. Yeah. Up two, failing him there. But we're even on health in the mid 300s each. Went for a whiff punish. He's still reacting to almost every button Mr. K puts on the screen. But that down four on the much harder side to whiff punish. You need to get it in the recovery. Hard to do. Still a flawless block available. I'm stunned by the execution and spacing of Misery Business in this winner's finals. I'm going to say it.
Oh my goodness. And it's still... That could have been a hit confirm. That could have been a hit confirm. But we got time and we got damage.
No way! I can't. No! Did he lose? I'm pretty sure he lost. I'm pretty sure Misery Business lost this.
No, he did. He doesn't
Yeah.
have health.
I'm pretty sure that Misery Business is going to die right here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm pretty sure we're going to a game 5. Is she going to fall down? Later. Oh my god! Oh my god!
I hate when that happens.
That...
Because it sucks. Because you had the right read and everything. But that fatal blow literally was too late by the literal millisecond.
I'm gonna come back to us for a second. Just to do this. Like, I think that says it all right there. This has been incredible. This has been incredible.
Scorpion. Cassie Cage.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of would have needed a little bit of a minute in the character select screen. I'm not gonna lie. If that happened to me in a tournament, I would probably just like stare at my screen and probably have to take a couple of breaths, because that probably would have tilted me just a little bit.
Here we
Having
go.
all of that just like going there. But game 5, everyone.
Round 1. Fight.
The Kolosseum is on fire, and Mr. K and Misery Business giving us a winner's finals for the ages here, showing off the Pacific region. That was so freaking optimal.
You rarely see it. That's crazy.
Let alone comboed into for an optimal B&B.
And another crushing blow forces the breakaway. Catches the wake up options with the shoulder charge, and that's going to be a crushing blow off of that. And see if Misery Business can come back from this here. Like we mentioned before, Misery Business is gaming, so there is just no...
What in the fuck?
What? Okay, I will say this does scale pretty hard, unfortunately.
He is out here gaming his ass off. There's no other way to put it. Holy crap. Mr. K still alive here though, has the fatal blow. Doesn't fall for the low, and gets the flawless block. Misery Business, you need to fucking chill, dude. Guys, can we get them a little more money for this performance here today?
Wow.
Oh my god, it jumped up to $275.
Yes! Yo!
Let's fucking go!
Yo! This is hype. This is so hype right now. And here we go, Misery Business putting Mr. K in the corner. We got a fuzz up 2 right now. It's just pressure, staggers, Goes for the throw. Beautiful tech right now from Misery Business. We got a throw here from Mr. K. Not sure if it is loaded. Tries to catch a wake up of 3. Instead, gonna jump in, and this is gonna be damage too. At barely by a pixel. And there you go. This is literally final round. Final game.
Final round between these two titans of the Pacific region. Battling it out for our viewing pleasure here in the Kolosseum. Look at these guys feeling the moment right now, completely neutral, then both taking the risk, but even on health still. Who's going to be the one to draw first blood? Who's going to break first here in the defense that we're seeing? The slow, footsie-oriented pace right now, keeping it safe as Mr. K. No execution errors this time around in letting that teleport fly, working each other in to the ranges of their normals right now. Misery's walking to the corner though, if you're noticing. Perfect sweep.
Okay, he blocked that. Wait.
Cheat.
That is an OS. That is a legit OS that people are now starting to discover. If you are reading the flawless block, you can block depending on your jump-in frames. And there you go. We just saw it in action with Mr. K. No punish off of it, but here we go. There goes the damage.
Is he cashing out? He's gonna make him bleed here, Saki. And he got that fatal one. If you'd have had the bar, that would have been it, maybe.
That would have been it. That would have totally been it. He micros. That goes for the punish.
Mr. K's one away. Misery. He's had comebacks all tournament long, but they've been with Fatal Blow. The resources are running low. He's feeling the pressure. Mr. K has just gotten the damage that he's needed to in this final round. But what a pace these two have played at. We're already in a timeout situation. Someone's already at full health still. 4 seconds remain. And there's not enough damage in MK11 for Cassie to make this comeback. Mr. K has done it. And Mr. K from Japan is going to be going to grand finals with a victory in Game 5 in the flames of the Kolosseum. Welcome to the Pacific region, everyone.
Wow. I am just so stunned and blown away by this set and this match. Like, wow, amazing. That was such a great set. That was if I had to describe Mortal Kombat 11, it would be this set.
Wrong button.
Honestly.
Ooh, I just showed something off though. Hold on a second. That was a little bit of a teaser of stuff that we're adding in. Wrong button. No, chat. Don't worry about that button.
I honestly say though, quite honestly, that would have to be a perfect example of Mortal Kombat 11 at its peak. Just that match going back and forth, the footsies, the damage, the comebacks, everything that was in that fight was just pure chef's kiss perfection.
Not only was it, an incredible level of Mortal Kombat from the region, that was highest level Mortal Kombat on the planet right there. That was some crazy stuff that we saw. And with that victory, Mr. K moving on to
for him in this bracket tonight. So I personally would want to say though, maybe keeping it with Cetrion starting off instead of the Scarlet would work.
Ooh,
and there you go. Yep.
It's exactly that. Yep. It was really odd when they first fought in the Game 5 to go back to Scarlet. That really wasn't working out of the gate, and so just keep it with Mama Cetrion here, and hope that Misery doesn't get the download, because that's what I feel like happened both in almost every instance, that when Tom got something going, Misery just ended up getting a download on whether it be the patterns of zoning or the patterns of movement. And on top of that, stupid execution of flawless blocks, reads, and whiff punishes. Misery's had the entire package here tonight, but Tom is on a vengeance path. And I don't.
Oh my god.
Are we gonna see the mercies? That's what I want to know.
Well, we'll find out. We'll see, definitely, for sure. Alright, starting off the game plan pretty strong at the moment. Oh my god, the down 2 off of the throw. That's actually the second throw he got punished for and got read like a book for Misery Business. Does not have a health lead at the moment. It's gonna have to try to somehow diminish that. And that's one of the things between Cetrion and Cassie, right? Is that they don't really have too much damage. So again, another instance of hitting first counts the most. And we do gotta block a throw here from Tom Shin. That's gonna be putting Misery Business well within Fatal Blow territory. Goes for the down 4 into rock wall. This is chip out territory. Beautiful Hell's Fire to stop the jump in.
What control in that first round by Tom, but the second tail of it, that's when we started to get a little bit of a rhythm going here. Those Hell's Wraths have been a problem for Misery. He's made the adjustments before. Let's see if he can do it again. Tom's probably had this on his mind since that match happened. Although,
wow, did you see the like little bit of a delay there and then into the forward 2? It's like he was reading Misery Business, was getting ready to press a button.
nice restand into the throw. Unhand me, says Cetrion here from Tom. He just wants to avoid that corner right now, and that down 1, although very aggressive, did exactly that, and you hate to see it. Alex, things you hate to see for 800, please.
Unfortunately, one of the things that is a bit of a struggle, and I don't think doing an up 3 would help in any case, so better to just reset the neutral, but Tom is going to take the first game and not going to Mercy this time. It is too stressful to do that. I agree.
Night and day difference from the last few games of their previous encounter, right? But that's that's how some things go too. When you knock someone into losers earlier than you go into losers, and you guys meet again, the thing is that they're coming off of a couple of wins and you're coming off of a loss, and that sucks sometimes.
Speaking actually of which, Tom has probably had a little bit more games, I would say. If not, this would probably put him with more games than Misery Business. So even though in this particular bracket, both of them have been fighting around the same amount of matches within that bracket, it's like you said, when you get knocked into losers, there's sort of like a wake-up call for you, trying to get to that grand finals, because you're like, all right, losers run, last chance, final breath, what's it gonna be? We're gonna stop it here, or we're gonna keep it going? And that's something that we kind of have to take into account when it comes to the mentality of these players.
Starting off with a gorgeous whiff punish there was Misery. On the throw, another flawless block works for him too. I mean, this is the Misery that we know.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad that was showcased. You can do a flawless block off of the forward 2. You just have to time it right, and you have to know if your character can do it. And we just saw it right now. Misery Business can do it. So it's just a matter of making sure Tom does not get away with it. But here we go. Forward 2 into Tornado for the restand pressure. Nice flawless block to avoid the frame trap. Ooh.
Ooh. That was a scary commitment there by Misery. Goes underneath again.
Oh!
All of those frighten me. Every time one hits the screen.
Those frightened me too.
But he's looking for... Not enough, but it's going to be an awful lot. I mean, kneecapping's coming into play. Is this close to chip territory?
Yo.
150-50, and it's going to be the meeting. Misery just... His comebacks are a beautiful, beautiful thing to watch. Man, this is some high-level Mortal Kombat.
This is definitely high-level Mortal Kombat right now that we're seeing. Really good stuff too. It's one of those things where we're just seeing it back and forth right now. And like we mentioned before, just keeping that game plan for Tom here. Tries to catch something off of the down 1.
Okay.
Okay, goes for the grab.
Down 4 is so plus on hit. You really got to respect pressure now. That's what's made. That's what's been one big difference in the current competitive meta is that pokes are so much more advantageous now, and it allows for a lot more jailing, which opens up a little more strike throw across the board.
Nice flawless block to avoid any sort of damage there, and that's actually gonna any pushback, and that's gonna take the round for Tom.
Misery needs this to get some kind of momentum. He does not want to go down 2 games.
No, definitely doesn't want to go down 2 games.
As Tom right now, he is on fire.
Oh, breakaway off of that up shots.
Nice stagger. And still committing to the high. Saki, he got the KB earlier, and he did a few of them on block earlier. But all it takes is one. All it takes is one with those.
Yes, the thing is that it's like the risk of the crushing blow, and to be honest, on Tom's end, he has to be careful Does try to get.
Hello.
Oh my god, the crushing blow off of the read there in the down 2. That's what they're kind of playing for right now, is crushing blows. Here you go.
That kind of makes sense because they both don't do an awful lot of damage. And hello, fatal
So this
blow
won't kill.
But we saw that kind of trickery earlier, and I think in Oceania as well, where we saw the ground pound cancel into fatal blow because it gets everyone to jump.
Yep.
Oh,
Wow.
active Hell's Wrath from the top rope. Tom, what are you doing?
Just walking down. Wow. Amazing. That was an amazing form of just like the trick, and the jump has actually been something that I see a lot of international players do. And I agree with you, Aquaman. A lot of international players, what they'll do is they'll do that empty short hop. And I guess, especially with characters like Cetrion, since they have sort of air mobility or air movement to initiate like some form of attack, right? It sort of baits it out. And that's sort of what they kind of were expecting, and sort of trying to jump back or, you know, react to it, essentially. And sometimes it costs them. And there you go. That fatal blow costed. And again, these are two players that are, once again, in this particular bracket, the top 2 players of this, one of the top 2 players in the Pacific region. So we're seeing like a high level of just going back and forth that's very apparent here between Tom and Misery. And there's a lot of mind games, a lot of like downloading that's happening between these two players.
Woo!
And there we go with the shoulder charge.
This was a matchup that we saw a lot. Oh
Oh my god. It reached all the way there, Aquaman. It reached all the way. Oh my
No.
goodness. But Misery Business is not letting it phase them, as the damage that just came out of there, helping secure a better life lead. Goes for Rockwall, tries to false block the stand 1.
I'm still shook that her normals acted as a tornado just like her special move and sucked her in like that.
I agree with you. Tries to do, I think, the stand 4, and unfortunately is actually going to duck that and whiff.
I feel like Misery is just doing a lot of these full strings committed on blocked for the conditioning. Like, on what a flawless block!
Wow.
Sensational! I am
That was gorgeous.
speechless, and even out of the sky, I'm speechless. Misery Business is the best Cassie I've ever seen. I'm gonna say it. This is ridiculous.
I agree. I do agree. I also want to point out, actually brought Tom closer, and thankfully the taunt didn't like reset the full screen or anything like that. So Misery Business already starting off with a good advantage at being at this neutral. Gonna get grabbed here right now from Tom. Okay, a little bit of a trade here. Nice short hop off of the ground pound. No meter right now from Tom, just barely getting their defensive bar. This is gonna have to hold though. Goes for the restand. Nice use of the kick.
And Tom was like that in their first encounter too. He was very jump happy in the hit advantage of the nut kick. I almost said nut punch, but I think I would have been wrong. Here in MK11, the down 2
Oh my god.
Still committing that string on block. I wonder if he's finally going to stagger it into throw now that the health is really low.
Well, the thing is that Tom is not punishing it nor trying to duck it. Goes for the punish off with the fatal blow with the low gunshot.
Yeah, you're right. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. The tray. Did
There
he
you
just?
go.
Did he short hop the first
Yep.
one and get it out in time for the trade of the? Stop it. Absolutely stop it.
So godlike.
Someone in chat said that the noise I make when I'm disgusted sounds like I'm motorboating bosoms.
You do make some of the most interesting noises in the Mortal Kombat community, Aquaman. It's one of the best things, and just sometimes the weirdest things, but best things. So it does not surprise me that there's a comparison for that.
I respect it. I respect it. I can't listen. Sometimes the Mortal Kombat's so hype you just can't control what comes out of you. Wait, that sounds weird. Wait, pause. Pause on that one. Hard pause. 2-1 for Tom Shim.
2-1.
Losers, finals of the Kolosseum Global Pacific. These guys came to play. So many Game 5s. So many comebacks. Displays of high-level Mortal Kombat. The mercies.
Wow.
The drama. We avoided.
I mean, the drama's right in the variation name.
I like that Tom's here for the murder and Misery is actually here for the business. Check him out at twitch.tv/miserybusiness up there. Let's go.
And here we go. Misery Business having to catch up with a pretty significant life lead. It's definitely going to need to somehow just get in and open up Tom at the moment.
Oh, there's the KP.
Oh.
And this is one of those comebacks that Misery Bay just feels, and he's just gonna look for something, some kind of miracle into the fatal blow. Looks like they confirm. Still barely alive.
Oh, and the rock wall.
Active rock wall. Giving Tom Shim a match point now for what is coming up next. Let's take a look. What's up next, guys? Grand Finals.
Beautiful right there off of that whip punish here. Misery Business gonna make sure that Tom stays in the corner. We haven't really seen Tom use teleport as much, and I think it's just because as Cetrion, if you're doing your game plan for the most part, you can always just come out from that corner slowly but surely, right?
Oh, well,
nice
no,
use of
no.
the Rockos Void. This is like
It does everything.
Heat it up.
It honestly, at that range, does everything. It's gonna absorb the shot. It's gonna anti-air, and he jumped through it. Misery, the miracle. Wow, the distances that they're doing these at. I'm shocked that he's able to even get a reversal out in time for Misery to respect something there with the walk wall. This is life alert now for both these guys. Misery's just looking for hit confirm and a fatal blow.
Yep.
I wonder if it's gonna get crazy.
Need, actually.
Like I feel like it was time to get crazy right there. Like raw fatal blow after the block. Oh no!
Wow.
And what ended up being the biggest thorn in Misery's side on the winner's side in this match ends up being it here in the losers as Tom Shim gets the vengeance from their winners encounter that did go to a Game 5, that did include some mercies, that included a lot more Scarlet usage. And it's Mama Cetrion getting the win today into Grand Finals for Tom Shim, who is representing, by the way, Malaysia. Huge shout outs to that. Misery Business from Hong Kong. And we're jumping into Grand Finals against Mr. K, who is from Japan. How fucking cool is that?
It's really cool.